What happened? What do you think happened?
I think it's the drain valve. I think the drain valve is leaking.
He said if you want to go ahead and park there, it's easier for you.
Oh, yeah, tell him thanks. I don't think I'm going to be here that long.
Okay. Monday. Bye, mi amor. I love you too, Papa. Have fun. ¿No es cierto? Okay, tú más. Bye. Put on your seatbelt. Bye.
Alright, I got to shut the water off.
Yes, it's main water cut off.
Can you... Oh. Yeah, that's a problem if it doesn't. Alright. So you had hot water for a little while, right?
Yeah. And then like around 5. No water, hot water.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're... that's why I wanted that original video.
Yeah, I know. I know. This time I was like, I'm just going to do whatever you say after all.
Yeah. Can you turn the hot water on in your kitchen?
Okay.
And then wait, because it'll come out with pressure, and that pressure should start dying.
Okay.
And then when it gets down to nothing, then close that valve.
Okay.
Just the hot water.
From the kitchen?
It wherever, bathroom, kitchen. I have to break the pressure. So we're back out here. It filled back up with water. And I think it's the drain valve. So I'm going to change that.
I tried both. Hot and cold, no water.
No water?
No.
No water at all came out?
At all. I did the kitchen.
From the hot, but you closed it again,
yeah, I closed
right?
it.
Okay.
So the kitchen, it came out water, and then it slowly starts like flowing away, and right now no water.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
So it's closed.
That's exactly what it should do. If I'm lucky, that pressure will not come back. If I'm unlucky, then it's going to come flying out of here. It's always better to do this before you clean up the lucky. Yeah, I think we're good. Hold the pressure. There we go. I don't know if I can see it, but I just changed it over. Okay, that's done. So if it happens again after this, I gotta pull all the water out of it again. But I just changed the drain valve. So these plastic drain valves right here
That one?
are notorious for leaking. So they leak where they're screwed into the tank.
Okay.
And then it fills that thing, that little bowl, right? Like I was telling you guys
Yeah.
yesterday. Fills it up, chokes it out, causes all these problems. So we're hoping that that's it. Now if it leaks again after this, then you're going to have to replace the water heater, because that means it's leaking from someplace else.
Oh no.
Hopefully that's it.
So this one, that piece, where was it?
It was screwed in right here.
Oh, okay.
It was screwed in right here, and so it kind of gets behind here. You can't really see it, and then it runs down the side or down the front or wherever it comes from.
Okay.
Usually it's more rusted out. Like you'll see very clear rust stains. This whole thing is kind of rusty. So that means it could be leaking someplace else.
Well, hopefully.
Hopefully it's not, but there's nothing I can do about that. If it's leaking, if it's a chronic leak from someplace else, then it's always going to... I mean, the only other thing you could do would be to drill a hole in the pan down here and then just let it drain constantly. I mean, it would always fill up with water, then that water would get out. It would end up in this plumbing.
Okay.
And then that'll at least buy you some time. You know,
and
until
plus,
you can get a new water
it's going to be
heater.
like really bad down there after a while.
Oh yeah, it'll rot itself out.
So it'll be like more work.
Yeah, you'll have a higher water bill. You'll have a higher electric bill. Gas bill. All
You have those, right?
water heaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully this is it. Like after today, it's like, oh yeah, it must have been it.
So you replaced this one or no?
I replaced it with a brass one. So I put a nice, because the brass ones don't leak.
Okay.
So I always I don't come back with another plastic one. I take the plastic ones out and I put the brass drain valves in. That's why I needed to shut the water off and break the pressure. So a little bit of water always comes out, but if I don't do that, it'll fly out of there like a hose and blow this whole place up and get me all wet. And then of course, here, I'll get all the water out of here. I'll just pull all this water out. You can see how heavy it is again. That's how much.
This time you didn't have any, right?
It was completely empty. I emptied it before I left yesterday.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's like 20 pounds of water.
That will not totally
easily
let you the flame.
Yeah, and so it does. Like I told you yesterday, it just chokes it out because the air can't get through.
Yeah.
And it just chokes it out. And then it should come up again and it should run. But if it fills up again, and you can always check it before you go to bed or something like that. And if you see a bunch of, there's always going to be a little bit of like standing water.
I see that.
Once it gets hot, it should kind of dry all that out. But if it's, back there again tomorrow.
I heard the click.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I had a shower with cold water.
It was this could have been your problem from the beginning. Like your husband changed the pilot assembly, and it could have always been this problem. It just filled up because it was really hard to see because there was all this black insulation down inside there, so it was really hard to see. But if it is a leak, it's slow. But it's like I said, it's like a bowl. And it keeps up to almost 2 inches of water. So all that water's out of there. It'll get hot and it'll kind of like...
The only way, if it's leaking from somewhere, vacuum, having vacuum every day.
Every day, yeah. You come out, you just vacuum it.
Like if you vacuum your house.
Or you can drill a hole, and you have a pan in here, and that pan drains into this. But it takes a lot of... It drains into this. But it takes a lot of... standing water to reach that nozzle because it's not at the lowest point.
Yeah.
So probably vacuuming it.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it was that thing right there, the one that you just changed.
Yeah, and like I said, I can't guarantee you that's what it is,
well,
but
hopefully.
But that's what I saw in one of your photos. Is I saw kind of water dripping out. And sometimes you can reach back up in here. Yeah, like I just squeezed it, and it's wet now because. I changed the drain valve, but sometimes you just reach back up in here and you can kind of determine like sort of where the water's coming from.
Yeah.
But it's
on?
Yeah, it's on. It's on. It's running. It's dripping some condensation. So that's kind of where we're at. So I hope for your sake that if you need a water heater, just let me know.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll get one and I can drop one off or whatever.
For sure, will.